Go ahead.
So the biggest frustration I have with the show is the lack of accountability for some of the guests you have on there. Otherwise, I love it, but
like who?
Hypocrisy.
Which guests?
Well, for one, Donovan Sharp, he's done everything that you've told us not to do.
Such as?
You know, he's
such as
committed to a older, overweight single mom, and you know that goes against everything.
Number one, she's not overweight. I've seen her in person plenty of times. She goes to the gym. She trains harder than a lot of men, actually. Number two, you said she's a single mom?
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't seen proof of that. That's her sister, or it's her niece, the child that they watch. That's not her kid.
Okay, not according. Okay, well, I guess that's open for dispute. But
people think they know people once they see them online. You know, it's like,
Oh man.
Like, bro, what are you talking? She's not overweight. Okay, she goes to the gym and trains. I've seen her train. Donovan has her with an elite trainer, and then on top of that, the kid that they watch isn't hers. It's her niece. The kid that they watch.
Bro, why y'all niggas care about other men, bro?
Yeah, this is weird,
dude,
bro.
I'm confused, bro.
All right,
Dude,
like,
I have a
That was easy.
Call her real quick.
No, yo, don't even bother. Look, what else you got? So you lost there. What's up next? What's your next critique?
The next one would be Zherka, just the way you guys let him take over the show repeatedly. I mean, just hijacked almost every show he was ever on, overtalked you, overtalked Fresh,
Okay.
your entire staff.
Okay, you do realize
you know,
that when we have a guest on, right? Hold on. Podcast etiquette is this. When you have a guest on, the guest is a star. You let them do most of the talking. I mean, obviously, this is a different format because it's a Ask Me Anything, so you guys have specific questions based on who's here in the room. But, like, if we were doing it, like, on Monday, for example, they're going to do the majority of the talking. We're going to shut the hell up and listen. That's how it goes, my friend. You bring a guest on so that they can talk.
Christ is king.
Yeah, but when you have a panel show, you know, with all the girls and, you know, you have, like, sometimes a dozen guests, and then you have one guy who just railroads the show. I mean, let me ask you something about that. Then you know,
that is Zherka.
Hold on. Let me caller. Let me stop you real fast. That's Zherka. That's his personality. That's how he makes content, and we are okay with that. And we talk with him about it. He's like, "Hey, am I derailing too much? Am I going too crazy?" I'm like, "You know what, bro? That's what people love you for. Do it. Stay true to you. We want our guys, when they come in and our guests, to stay true to themselves. We let them do what they want. And a big reason why people love coming on Fresh and Fit is because we're not going to stop or censor them. They could say and do whatever the fuck that they want. You know how powerful that is as far as a podcast goes? You know how many podcasts, when you go on there, they're telling you, please don't swear, please don't use this term, please don't do that, blah, 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 blah. With us, it's like, go fucking crazy. We'll deal with that after the fact. Which has hurt us a bit, I ain't gonna lie.
Okay, so
but we're raw. That's what it is, bro. And some people love Zherka. Just because you don't like Zherka, let me make this very clear too, because callers tend to watch the show selfishly. Just because you don't like Zherka doesn't mean that there aren't thousands of others that love him, which there are.
Zherka's helped a lot of people.
Like, yeah, dude, like people love him, dude. Go ahead.
Can I respond to that?
Yeah.
What you just said?
Yeah.
Can I try to make a counterpoint to it? So a lot of times when people call in to critique the show, or when you're having a debate with somebody on the after hours, you'll cite the chat, you know, like, oh, look at the chat, look at what, you know, 20,000, 30,000 people are saying. And then, but when Zherka does take over the show like that, the chat hates it, man, and they, you know, they're against him. But, you know, there's just never really, you know, any recognition, at least on behalf of you or your staff, that that's really going on, or at least an unwillingness to do anything about it. I mean, he wasn't just on like one or two shows. I mean, he's been on there when he was, you know, visiting here. He was there many, many times and did the same thing over and over again, and the chat complained over and over again. And it's like, you know, what more do people got to say or do to, you know, get the message?
Caller, you do realize that Zherka's a guest. He comes on once in a blue. If he takes over a show once or twice, it's not that big of a deal. Also, on top of that, what you also don't know is that keep in mind that the chat is only a fraction of the people that are actually watching. Okay? The chat typically is somewhere between 5 to 10% of the people actually watching. Most people that watch are not in the chat. They're actually just watching the show. Every time we bring Zherka on, he does great numbers. What does that mean? That means that a lot of people love him. They might not be as vocal about it in the chat, but they love him. Okay? And we don't want to sit here and restrict creators that come in and have a different way of approaching things. I think we should just keep it raw because he's a guest. If you don't like Zherka, just don't watch when he's not when he's
caller,
on.
how can you speak for the chat? You don't speak to all these niggas in the chat. You don't know. You're assuming.
No, but I'm watching the live chat fresh as I'm watching the show, you know, and that's what I see. I see when he takes over the show, there's a lot of people that aren't happy about it, and then I see.
Look at the chat right now. Look at the chat right now.
No, hold on. But, okay, I'm
Christ
telling
is
you,
king.
They're not
bring
happy with this
Zherka
guy.
on, have him do that same thing, and people aren't going to like it. And if you look at the post-show comments on YouTube, Rumble, whatever, there's a lot of complaints about it.
But there's also a lot of people that love him.
Around it, that he has a disproportionate negative effect.
Here's the thing, too. I want to tell you, bro.
You know?
A lot of people love him, and you got to remember that when we bring controversial people on, the reason why they're controversial is because a lot of people don't like them. But the people that do like them are hardcore supporters. Okay? So, like, that's just how it goes. We brought Nick on. Half the people are like, why is this guy here? The other people are like, fuck yeah, Fresh and Fit are based. Like, that's just what comes with the territory when you bring in controversial creators, bro. It splits the chat automatically. It is what it is.
Yeah, and I mean, I like Zherka too, but in small doses. I mean, when he goes over the top and just, just like takes over like 30 minutes, I mean, that's just my input on it. Take it or leave it. Like I say, I hear you appeal to the chat a lot. You say, look at whatever.
What else you got? Because Zherka hasn't been on in months, so this is kind of a strange thing to bring up. Zherka hasn't been on for months, but what else? Anything else you got? Because that was a weak argument too.
We got other callers, man.
Well, it's not really about Zherka or any particular guest. It's just about the double standard you folks seem to have about.
Well, you were
people
wrong
that
about
bring on.
Donovan.
And yeah, I do got one of those.
You were
things.
wrong about Donovan.
I'm sorry.
You were wrong about Donovan, and now Zherka, you were wrong about that too.
I was wrong about some of the things about Donovan, yeah, but he's still committed to an older woman. That's something that you've told us never do it.
Yeah, but the other two things that you just... Well, Donovan's older, bro. He's damn near 50.
That nigga old, bro. That nigga's old.
He don't care about kids.
So she's younger than him. Like, bro, he's way older. Like, he's damn near 50. So, yeah, he's with a girl that might be old in your eyes, but she's still young compared to him.
And she's following whose lead? His lead.
His lead.
Like I said earlier, bro. Yo,
y'all
this is
assume
crazy,
so much, bro. This is crazy.
Meat watching is at all-time high, bro. God damn.
All right.
He puts on events for men.
Yeah.
Like literally,
We can actually help this guy
Oh
out
my
too,
God,
right? Like in the next 2 months, if you just dollar cost average into Ethereum Pulse chain, you won't be worried
No, but
about
this
shit
is
anymore.
important because this is the thing. These are the guys that like have the most to say, and they be wrong a lot of the times. Like you're just wrong about a bunch of the facts with Donovan. Oh yeah, she's a single mom. No, she's not. She's fat. No, she's not. Like what? All right, let's get to the next caller, man.
Crypto show, man. Niggas talking about meat watching.
Goddamn whores.
Bruh.
This turned into the fucking Donovan Sharp Tristan Defense League episode. Like, goddamn, bro.
Literally, bro.
Like, what the hell? All right, who's
Sneako
up
says
next?
WLM for girth.
Shout out to Sneako.
Shout out to Sneako.
What? Wait, what is?
Where you at, nigga? You should be here by now.
Man, Sneako,
He's
Sneako,
called me, but I mean,
Sneako, if you don't get your,
Yeah. All right, who's up next?